If you're worried about a time frame, you're not going to have to wait a week for something. Either from a week when you need it, or a week from when it's due, or a week from now. You're not going to have to wait a week. All right, let's go with your love life currently. So it seems like there's some type of disappointment here. You could be trying to leave all your emotions out on the table. It's like you want to be disappointed, sure. You want to walk away from the situation. You want to see the bigger picture, but at the same time, you want to make sure that you're not holding on to any type of emotions or resentment when it comes to the person and or the situation. From time to time, you could feel like there's some type of creative block. There's something that has you overwhelmed, and you may feel like, okay, well, I need to be dependent on others. I don't know how I can grow or how I can make something beautiful that I need it to be. Somebody also could have been working with someone when it comes to a relationship, and that may have you disappointed as well. This could be an unexpected pregnancy, or it's just someone that's just not you. It's like, how would you even deal with this person? They're completely opposite of what you said you were looking for. So currently you could be disappointed in your relationship, and you know that it's not growing. But somehow in the end, you still want it to be able to work. You still want to be able to implement something when it comes to this person. You feel like they have some type of vision, or they have some type of bigger picture, or somehow they can help you overcome obstacles, or you feel better when you help them. But just something that's not growing when it comes to this relationship, and you're going to have to walk away from it. Somebody also could have walked away from someone when they created a situation. They could have either gotten someone pregnant or made someone feel like, okay, well, this is going to grow, and it never was. And that person could be feeling like they're stuck in or blocked when it comes to their career. Although things are working, although they have something that they're implementing or something that's building, they still feel like there's some type of secrets, there's some type of emotions, or there's some type of anxiety that's coming up, or they're anxious about having a family with this person. So they've been playing with someone else in the background that's not you. And maybe you're disappointed because you feel like, okay, well, I had the self-confidence and the clarity coming into this relationship for sure. You feel like you had some type of new idea, some type of breakthrough, and or they presented this towards you to where you feel like it would begin and or go through some type of process where you're both happy. They could be ignoring phone calls in front of you, ignoring text messages, like, okay, well, what's really going on? Something may come to light, and you may have an aha moment, or it just clicks in when it comes to this family, even a family that they came from, and why they have some type of fear and or illusions, or why they feel some type of way about you. This could be someone that owns a business, or they're a manager at their job. There's someone in that family. And whoever they're connected to, whether this is their wife, their new wife, or a girlfriend, or whoever this is, they're not growing when it comes to that relationship either. Okay, how your partner that you're dealing with now, how do they feel about this relationship? They feel like when something is one-sided, it's not as balanced as it should be. There's definitely some type of this doesn't support them in the way that they want to come off to the world. So if they want to come off as, oh, I have all this money, you should want to be on my side. You should be someone that I look at because of the things that I can build and or implement. They're trying to come off a certain type of way, and they feel like this is not supporting them. They feel like this is making them spend more money and or lose people's interests somehow, some way. They don't really want to give into this relationship dynamic the way that they should, because they feel like they can afford to work or do something on their own. They also could be looking at someone who is sexually attractive, or that uses their appearance for, whatever they need. They feel like this person is available sexually, but they also have some type of clear boundaries and or perspective. It's like, yeah, I'll sleep with you, but you're going to have to bring me some money, or you're not going to come over here empty-handed. They can be looking at somebody like that as well, that they're looking to date in or just kind of discover. It gives them some type of excitement and or freedom. So just be careful when it comes to this person. How do they feel about you currently? So they feel like you are open to making some type of amends, that there's some type of desire to reconcile and or forgive. I don't even know. Let me see. What's your sign? Oh, you're both the same sign. Okay. Okay, so they are trying to play with you. So they know that you have a desire for things not to be tricky, things to not seem like it's taking a lot for you to figure something out in order to get what you want. They feel like you're willing to release and or surrender something from the past, but through the process, they're playing with you. They're doing this on purpose. They're trying to be strategic and play into that so that way they can go through some type of process, see with other people. And they're conflicted on if something's going to end or how it's going to play out. But they're keeping you on the back burner. And you're going to remain in your head unless you make a decision for yourself. Okay, so be careful when it comes to that. Energy, if y'all continue this current relationship, it's going to be toxic automatically. Okay, and somehow you're always going to be fixated on how you guys can heal the situation, how you're going to be able to get back to where you guys feel like it's relaxed between y'all. You're not walking on eggshells, or you're not having questions, but it's going to take too much to adapt. You may have to go to two different therapists. You're going to have to calls. You may have to maybe somebody who works on call. I don't know if this is like they're a delivery, a CDL driver, truck driver, or somebody could be working like a nurse. Maybe somebody's going somewhere near the health department for whatever reason. So you're going to have to, again, go through a whole lot of changes in order to have some type of peace. So it's still going to cause you to have to make some type of decision. But somebody is going to give you an offer in order to move forward. But you just need to focus on what you're trying to do, because you're not either looking at something very closely or you need to focus on doing something your own way. So that way you don't feel isolated at the point that somebody goes to sleep with someone else for their own wish fulfillment. They're going to be in and out of their own emotions. They're going to be in and out of their stability. If, oh, this is the best thing ever. Oh, this is the worst thing ever. And you're going to have to keep up with it. It's an emotional roller coaster for sure. You're definitely going to have to keep up with it. So just be careful when it comes to this person. All right, let's go. One more message when it comes to this current relationship and love. Excuse me. All right, so if someone is quiet or they're not really doing the things that they're supposed to be doing, it's because they're trying to live in the moment or impress someone else that they feel like is doing so. But there's some type of negativity in how they're impressing this person, or there's still something that they're trying to do in order to manipulate a situation to go their way. If they are feeling like, okay, well, there's someone that's not speaking to me, or maybe if you're not speaking to them for whatever reason, you may need to go on a vacation or just do something for yourself. Maybe you need to either block them from social media or just get yourself away from being able to interact with them. Then they're going to come back like, oh, are you punishing me because I had a side piece? Or are you trying to get revenge on me because there was someone else and now you know the truth? They're going to want to come back and figure out why you're moving away from them. Because they feel like they have you on ice and they can go get away, they can go do whatever they want to, and with the other person, and they can come back. And yeah, you'll see the negativity, but you know, when it comes to you being single, maybe you don't prefer to do so. And they feel like they know how to touch, say, gift you things in order to kind of get you back to like, okay, well, we can realize the truth and kind of get back to whatever we were doing. You'll unblock them. And then you'll still kind of, you know, just side-eye them, watch them, because you know that there's still things that's showing the same repetitive pattern or repetitive behavior. So they'll know that you'll work it out. They'll know that you will negotiate. So it's up to you to stop this, okay? Let's see. What season, for sure, do you need to let this relationship go? You may realize that you have more than enough. It's like, oh, I didn't even realize I had this sitting over here. It's like you find an extra $100 in your pocket or something. What season do you need to let this completely go by? This needs to happen before the next fire sign season. So we're in Capricorn. You got until Aries season. If you don't, you are going to be disappointed. All right, you're going to have to see the picture. You're going to end up walking away from someone who actually could be your husband, someone that actually wants to invest in you. This is someone who's actually considerate more than just with their money, just with their mind and their emotions, their family, their friends. The way that they handle certain things is very well. You could be seeing a lot of sevens, like 777 or 888 at the same time that you meet this person, or maybe you're seeing something about someone that was born August 17th could be important. And maybe right now you're going through something about this 817, I think that's a Leo. Something about this Leo. It seems like while you're going through some type of disappointment, they desire something or they want to come towards you. This could be based off of someone else. But they feel like there's somebody in the middle that's also trying to reconcile with you as well. And so they feel like, okay, well, yes, I invested in something sneaky, but I want to reconcile and see if we can have some type of compassion and walk away from some type of desire to have any issues or not be attached to each other. Somebody could be coming towards you. If this is not directly a Leo, because again, I got the 817, you could definitely be seeing 777 for sure. This could be an Aquarius, heavy on the Aquarius. A Pisces, heavy on the Aquarius. Maybe a Taurus. But this is somebody that you've known for a while. And maybe you have always invested in parts of your relationship when y'all reconciled, and then there was something that happens that made you look over your shoulder and you're like, yeah, I need to get away from this, or somebody's holding on to something, you just couldn't figure out what it was or why. They could be wanting to be generous and or considerate now because they're going through some type of disappointment. And they desire somebody that they can trust and or someone that can give them some type of perspective. So somebody could be coming towards you and they are trying to either find balance and or they feel like you are. Okay, just FYI when it comes to that as well. Okay. Let's go into your new love. Let's see. Who's the next person that's coming towards you in love? Give me the lineup for love. Whoop. Alright, so you have a fire sign, but this person is not going to meet your desires. They actually probably just want to sleep with you, and they may lack passion when it comes to that. You have an air sign, more specifically an Aquarius that could be coming. Heavy on the Aquarius. Either you have two Aquarius, or they're coming to you in two different energies. Once you say no because you know that they're being strategic, they're going to come back with some type of desire to forgive, but at the same time, they're going to have some type of resentment because you told them no the first time. So no to both of these people. Who's after the Aquarius? There could be a Capricorn. This person could be someone that's like, okay, well, I'm holding on to everything that I have. I need you to show me what you have. They're going to want you to put something all on the table. But somehow, maybe you feel like, okay, well, yes, this person's conservative or they have some type of controlling, but throughout the process, it feels good. It feels like you guys can stabilize. Until you realize as they move forward, there's going to be some type of challenge or they protect themselves or they have to maintain control. And you're going to know that it's time for you to make a decision when it comes to this. They're going to block you from someone who actually will be your match. So you may meet this Capricorn right before you meet the person you're supposed to be with. Okay. All right. How do you meet the person after the Capricorn? Okay, so you could be doing this either while you're moving. If you're not physically moving, you're getting out of a phase mentally. So let's say you went through like a month or something and you were just deeply crying, or there was just something that you had to just get up and pick up from. You're balancing something, you're healing something. There was some type of grief, separation, or just something that was on your heart. You maybe even got some type of clarity about a hater. And so, okay, well, I'm just super sad. Something about 6, 7. You could be around a teenager. Or you may have a niece, a nephew, and they could be an air sign or a fire sign. And maybe initially it seems like they were able to just kind of release some type of baggage and continue to do whatever they need to do. There could be some type of challenge that they're about to go through that may cause some type of heartbreak. So just FYI when it comes to that, especially if there's a niece or a nephew that's an air sign. Maybe a fire sign. Okay, so it seems like you meet this person as you're going through some type of transition. You're getting over some type of, I won't even say rejection, but there's something that you couldn't concentrate on, or something that you couldn't do, either when it comes to work, or it's like, okay, well, I can't find a job right now. I'm just going to go and take the day off and go do something different. Or I'm just going to go and see if I can find other ways to defend myself or protect myself. You become impatient at the point in time that you meet this person. You're going through a situation. And you feel like it's a challenge for you to just hang tight or for you to view something from a different perspective. and this is causing some type of emotional pain. Somehow this person could come to you with some type of idea and or clarity. They may bring something towards you, and then this allows you to relax. But you could be feeling like, okay, well, you know, this person is karmic, or this is not a good situation because they come to you all of a sudden, or because you're going through something. You feel like, okay, well, this was just a help, or you don't feel like this is somebody that you would commit to because of how they came to you, or whatever the case may be. There's a situation you're like, yeah, no, thank you. You may also want to move on from this person when you meet them because you feel like, okay, well, I don't really want any kind of baggage. I don't really want a baggage of somebody that could be pregnant, or there's a situation that they come to you with and you're like, yeah, no, thank you. But they give you some type of clarity or help you, right? So they're honest somehow, some way, and it's like, okay, well, I'll give you some type of clarity. This helps you out of a situation. You start to have some type of interest in this person, and then let's say on the second date, the third date, they're like, hey, I want to talk to you about someone that I was once connected to. I'm trying to move on from it. There's some type of drama, some type of toxic situation. Maybe they're going to court. There could be something that's going on, and you're like, yeah, I'm not trying to have myself in a situation where, you know, someone else is going to have my love life restricted, or feeling like there's some type of attachment here. And so suddenly you want to put everything on pause and kind of step back. And then this confuses this person and kind of breaks their heart. They may put up some type of defenses because of this decision, and then because they feel judged. How do y'all come back together? Okay, so somebody gets the clarity. Who gets the clarity? This could be you. You get the clarity, or you realize like, okay, well, I created some type of confusion. I created some type of emotions, and or I could have other options. But you feel like this person is able to be mature. They're able to overcome some type of burden and or responsibility. So maybe you go back towards them with a new idea, with some type of innocence and or some type of optimism that you're just wanting to trust in life, and or have some type of blind faith. And then they kind of match this to say, okay, well, let's just explore. Let's just see where this goes. And then that leads to some type of potential. It does. It's like, well, let's figure out every time that you're in your head, every time that we feel stuck, every time that we, you know, feel like there's some type of victim mentality, how can we get out of it so we can restabilize? They actually do work things out very well. And at this point in time, though, what you don't see coming is there may be someone else who's overly optimistic and feeling down. They feel like, okay, well, yeah, I didn't support something and I was in and out of a situation, but now I have some type of focus. Who's going to want to come back around at this point in time? And this could be anybody that you dated. So this could be the Pisces that you explored, and or that Capricorn that we told you that you're going to walk away from right before you meet this person. Somebody was satisfied with only giving you a portion of themselves, and or saving themselves for whatever reason, or trying to work on another aspect. And this is how you're going to meet this person. You're still going to walk away at this point. They're disappointed, but they will come back. Okay. All right. Let's see. I'm not saying it's going to be 2026, but what season will you meet the person that you'll be with? What season? Yeah, so it may take a couple of seasons. So this is giving me 1 full year, Aries and Taurus. So maybe at the end of Taurus in 2 years. 2 years. We're going in 2026. Let's say 2027. And then there may be a challenge for about 2 years. And then in 2 years is when you realize, like, okay, great. Maybe we really can explore and settle this down. But that could be something that's going on with your family at this point in time. There's some type of imbalance with your actual family. What sign is that in your family? There's something that's going on. So we got that fire sign. It could be an earth sign, but heavy on the fire sign, especially if they're an Aries or a Sagittarius. Okay. All right. This could be somebody that has some type of balance. They have some type of hobbies right now. We'll figure out about it later. All right, let's figure out anything else you need to know when it comes to new love, even if this is just dating for now. Okay, so there's people around you that don't really want to be deceptive. All right, there's people around you and they don't actually want to be deceptive, but they may not have the love that you need either. Okay, so allow yourself to get to know people, because this is going to help you learn things about yourself as you do so. Yeah, there will be people that kind of shows you love, and you can kind of just, hang around and see what comes towards you. We definitely have getting to know each other. And again, this will teach you about different aspects, different hobbies, and you'll learn how to forgive and open up. And then by the time you meet your other person, it'll be easy for you to release and heal either from your past or just other experiences that you go through in the moment of y'all having a relationship. You definitely will meet your soulmate. Okay, so I feel like your biggest challenge when it comes to right now is being receptive when it comes to love, and or receptive when it comes to new people. And this could be a test, or this could be something that you're like, okay, well, how do I balance this, or how do I get out of this? So you'll be able to learn, like I said, you'll be able to learn from each other and other people, because the reception, you being able to talk to people, get to know people, and listen and have heart-to-heart conversation is what's important. You're actually going to have to be vulnerable. Okay. Let's talk about any fears when it comes to your new love. Okay, so you fear if someone is actually going to be balanced, if something is actually going to fit, or it's like, okay, well, I'll always have to settle, will there always be just something that I will have to compromise on? You're not really certain and or positive, and this brings some type of anxiety. Maybe you're also worried about, okay, well, can I truly be around someone and truly be by myself, or be myself in my full effect, right? So at the point that I am anxious, at the point that I am crying, at the point that I have different emotions and or thoughts, and that's illuminated and it's clear as day, will it make my person angry? Will it make them isolate me? No, it's not. It's going to make them comfort you. So you don't have to be scared of somebody seeing you, and like seeing you to the point where they can see all aspects of you. Because maybe you feel like you don't have anyone that's close to you in your family right now that sees you in all aspects. You come off very confident, or come off as someone that can make something ideal, or make something work, or make something fit, even in the points that you feel rejected. It's like, okay, well, let me make sure I find the strength to keep going. And people love that about you, but it seems like from time to time you look in the mirror, it's like, okay, well, what do I reflect? And although I reflect success or something going well, there's some type of pain that comes up because you feel like this is disrupting something, or there's always been disruption that you have to get through. You also feel like this is disrupting something that you have passion for. Okay. So know that it's a phase. And you can honestly stop anybody from disrupting you at the point that you want to. So if you feel like someone is trying to disrupt your dating life, if you feel like someone is trying to disrupt you from being receptive to other people and living in the moment, then you can stop that as well. This person definitely does have feelings for you in the past, or they still want some type of passion, and they want you to give that relationship a chance. There's chemistry there, and maybe even emotion. But at the same time, any type of engagement or something has already been trusted. It's already been tested. Yeah, it's like, okay, well, maybe I can let you help me as a friend, or maybe we can be around each other as a friend at this point, but you gotta let that go. All right, so before we go into your money message, let's go into your questions really quickly. How do they feel about you when it comes to love? Because I feel like that's still kind of connected. How does they feel about you? Okay, so they feel like you're keeping things up for appearances, and or they are. There's some type of temptation. They're trying to get into a situation. Somebody feel like maybe you feel like you guys are truly connected and you're trusting yourself throughout something. Unless it's the person, but see, y'all are the same sign. One of y'all feel like a clown for sleeping around, and they feel like, okay, well, this could truly be a wish fulfillment. This could be a family and everything that I need. But they feel like the other person, although it's like you can communicate, you're smart, you have some type of clear decisions, you still act as you're disappointed. You still are in the situation. You're still trying to carry the sadness, or it's like, okay, well, are you going to be practical and let this go so we can go towards what we want? Or are you going to hold on to this out of ego? They could feel like you're trying to degrade them based off of somebody that they were sleeping with. But at the same time, they feel like, okay, well, I can still invest in type of time, even though I don't know how this is going to play out, because I really want this relationship, even though there's going to be a burden going forward. They also could be dealing with the water or a fire sign right now. And they feel like there's a burden when it comes to that relationship, and they're not sure if they're going to truly invest in that person. So they're trying to walk away and have some type of clear communication with you, because they feel like, okay, well, at least you give me some type of support. You give me some type of happiness, and or my family already knows you. And we can change things in order the dynamic, so that way it seems balanced. And that way you can feel like you can grow in this dynamic. But again, the clear heartbreak, the clear separation, and the fact that it's toxic is still going to be there. So they feel like you clown them. They feel like you side-eye them. They feel like you look at them with shame. They do. They feel like you ignore them. Okay? But at the same time that you ignore them, you still have some type of desire for this relationship. You still have some type of chemistry there. Maybe they just feel like you just really want a change of a lifestyle. You still want to change or something, but you want something to happen quickly. But at the same time, you also still want to desire or plant the seed for your own self to be practical. So they feel like you're going back and forth about what's forbidden and what you know that you want when it comes to yourself. Okay, FYI when it comes to that. Let's go into your second question. What's new coming in for love? I think we handled that already, but let's get it in a different aspect. All right. Overall, what's coming in for love? We talked about the individual people. Somebody that's going to want to make memories with you, or someone that's going to give you some new opportunities to where you can like, okay, well, I remember how to do something. I remember something about myself. Also, this could be making you want to change your looks a little bit more. You may be either getting in the mirror, trying new styles, trying new colors, trying new aspects of yourself because of the different people that you date and or meet. Yeah, we definitely got memories for out here for sure. You may even know someone who's a photographer, someone with the initials C, P, or M that's going to be interested in you. But be careful, because although this person is stalking you or has been watching you, this person is heartbroken and they're going to hide it. Okay? Or this person could be someone who's manipulative, like they have many options and they're going to look for ways to see, okay, well, are you sad? Are you heartbroken? And how can I play on that? So that way we can have our decisions, we can have our one night stands the way that I want to. So be careful, because you may think that somebody's a healthy choice and they're not. Again, this is either somebody that is behind the camera, they are a photographer, they work at a wedding, they could just have a side business as a photo booth or something like that. They do something when it comes to camera and or pictures. Maybe they even write a book. I don't know, they could be an author, because it's giving a sign for something. Somebody could even work in catering. Okay, anyways, no to that person. When it comes to people that are going to give you a perception that they're sad, this person is lying. So people are going to want to, okay, I just want to see if you can heal me, if you can help me. They just want to see if this is going to be the way for you to give them love unconditionally. So make sure you have some type of boundaries, so that way you're not people pleasing. You'll know when to end a situation and when to walk into a new one. And you won't feel like, okay, well, I have to hold myself down based off the past or this other person in order to do so. I will also be careful about the people that you sleep with, because somebody may be like, I'm not saying that they have a camera in the room and they're not telling you, but somebody could be trying to record anything that y'all do. And at the point that y'all in some type of like relationship or whatever, they're going to be like, okay, well, this is what this person do, or this is how, I don't know. They may just try to reflect something back to other people. And that may make you sad or heartbroken, because it's like, okay, well, damn, you shouldn't have been doing me like that. So be careful. What sign could this be? Be trying to record you. All right, this is an air sign for sure. They are dishonest. So you need to go ahead and honestly, do you even need to date this person? No, you don't. You need to walk away. So at the point that they're coming towards you, and maybe you feel like, oh, well, I'm going through some type of worry, or I'm just kind of insecure about something and I just want somebody that I can hold on to and just talk to me for at least a moment. Absolutely not. Go ahead and walk away from this person. You need to block them. I got 2 no's out here. And honestly, once you block them, you may be able to adapt when it comes to your finances. You may feel like something's like, oh, okay, well, I don't know if I lost some type of opportunity or property, or if I'm going to have to wait when it comes to something. You're worried about releasing something, but you're able to hold on and or focus. And what you don't see is the money that you need. More than enough is right coming towards you. It's right underneath the bottom. Okay. Think about overtime could be important, whether you're asked to work overtime or you're putting in a lot of work when it comes to something that you do for work. Or maybe you're worried about, again, if you're going to go overtime when it comes to a situation. You also could be having Wi-Fi issues. If this is not at your job, this could be at your home. There's some type of connection. Maybe your phone goes out and it's like, okay, well, I was on a call and my call dropped. Or maybe you're in a different location. It's like, okay, well, I guess I don't have service over here. Something like that could be going on. All right, let's go back to your questions. What's hidden when it comes to love? So you may be in your head about the message and or how quickly somebody wants to come towards you. You may feel like, okay, well, why all of a sudden am I getting all these messages? Why all of a sudden is everyone trying to target me? You may feel like something is manipulative. It's like, okay, well, what happened? Or you don't trust the situation. All right, let's see. You may have to have a lot of things cleared up first. It's like, why does things seem backwards? Or there's something that's like, okay, well, I have to get complete first. You may be confused on who's going to make you feel complete and or accomplished. And this may create some type of burden in or in your head. Because you're in your head about, okay, well, exactly how is something going to be developed. Or how much you have to persevere in order to have this family. But the offer is coming towards you. And you'll realize that, okay, I truly can be sensitive. I can take this proposal. And you'll go through some type of change. You'll actually desire to go through even more. You'll desire to get pregnant. You'll desire to see how something kind of evolves. So you don't see that whatever worry that you have about love right now is not really going to be a worry later. Because you done wrapped up anything that was really a burden or anything that was making you feel like you carried the weight a lot or causing some type of anxiety, you're able to get through that. You also could be working on relationships when it comes to someone in your family. It's like, okay, well, I desire to change how, situations can grow, or maybe there's a relationship with your mom, a sister, or someone around you. It's like, okay, well, I want to change this relationship. Let's see if I can put some effort towards it. You just may hate how somebody gossips or how somebody communicates and makes some type of decisions when it comes to things that they need to protect or do for themselves. So I feel like it's not really going to be as strenuous as you think it is when it comes to love. You also may be confused because you feel like there's people online or people around you and they secretly hide their burdens. And so although people around you come off accomplished or that they can achieve certain things when it comes to work, they could be in their head about, okay, well, if I do make this a family, how can I change my desires so that way something grows? You could be having people that come towards you that, I'm not necessarily saying they want to settle, but they didn't know how far or how much that they wanted to push themselves until they got with you. And so this creates them to want to do something for themselves or want to be more logical and or disciplined, but you could be fixated on having to juggle and or settle when it comes to them. So just knowing when it's time to wrap something up, when something truly feels like a burden, when it's keeping you up at night, when something's just interrupting your own flow, when something that feels good or some type of routine that that you have that makes you happy, then it's time to change. Okay, so always desire to be in a position where you feel like, okay, well, I'm being nurtured when it comes to relationships. I can kind of just sit back and see how things evolve for me. This is going to change the kind of offers that you accept. Yeah, it is. It's going to make you want to protect yourself even more, and you're not seeing this yet. Because maybe right now it seems like you're fixated on someone who's mentally conflicting you. Yeah, and you're trying to make this happen. You're trying to force this to have some type of clarity or some type of breakthrough when it comes to this relationship, even though someone is trying to do this under false pretenses. They are. Because there's a love triangle, there's some type of depression, there's some type of divorce that they're going through, and they feel like, okay, well, let me make sure that I articulate very precisely, that I be honest and or clear, that I'm trying to do something methodical. I'm trying to do something productive, slow and steady, but they're breadcrumbing in you into something that you feel like is going to be a hard choice. They're waiting on somebody. Okay, you could also be seeing how things are going to add up, or you're seeing numeric numbers in order, right? So you got 1, 2, 3. You could be seeing 12:34 on the clock, or something like that could be important. Someone could be between the ages of 18 and 21, or if there's somebody that's dating somebody that wants to date you that's younger than you, like they're very much younger than you. Should you entertain this person at all? No, I mean, you can because you feel like you're going through some type of delay, or there's some type of obstacles to your long-term goals you're on the fence about, if you can implement something or get something to work. But at the end of the day, it's not really going to go in the scenario. Absolutely not. It's not. And I honestly don't even think that you need to sleep with them at all. Okay, and maybe they're feeling frustrated when it comes to a situation or somebody that they were collaborating with, and they feel like, okay, well, I have to leave this home, but there's just some type of misunderstanding. I can't get married to this person, and they feel like, okay, well, I just need to put up a challenge, or I want them to see somebody else that I'm dating, so that way they feel like getting me back is a challenge. So somebody could be just trying to use you regarding someone else that they're dealing with. So absolutely not. To the person that's much, much younger, it's not like they're 2 to 3 years, and they're like 5. Maybe 5 or more. Okay. What else? Let's move on. Any other questions about love? All right, so we talked about how they feel, what's coming in, what's hidden. All right, let's go into your career and your finances. So will your career and finances improve in 2026? No, it won't. Okay, so be careful when it comes to changing something that you already do. Because you may feel like, okay, well, I just need to go through some type of change. I just need something that's different, a different industry, a different environment. There's something that you want to change, even though you're really good at what you do. If you hold something out, you'll get some type of clarity about how something is going to be a breakthrough, some type of new project or new idea of how you can still implement something, and it's going to make you super happy. Because I feel like if you are going into 2026 talking about, okay, well, let me change what I do for work, it's going to make you fixated on, okay, well, I don't have the same type of energy. I don't have the same type of the passion. I don't know how something's going to grow. It's going to create some type of defense for you. You may get some type of recognition initially. So it's like, okay, well, you go into a job and it's like, okay, well, great. You're really good at what you do. You have all these skill sets. You have these new ideas. Great. But then at some point in time, something becomes a challenge. And then you realize, okay, well, this desire that I had, it was just because of you wanted to have some type of discipline. You wanted to be able to make decisions when you were ready to do so. And this is going to somehow make you toxic. You may feel a burden of somebody that you're underneath that has some type of power, the manager, or whatever the case may be, and this is going to make you discover, or make it just like, okay, well, I don't know how I feel about a situation. I don't know if I want to stay here. It's going to make you even more confused. I don't feel like you need to change your work, because that shouldn't be your focus in 2026, I don't think. What should be your focus in 2026? So try to keep work the same if you're really good. You should be growing in who you are. So, right? So maybe keeping work the same, but doing things that make you feel more comfortable. If that's going to the gym, if that's going to do yoga, if that's going to paint. There's something that you just need to do for yourself that just makes you feel good. You need to build some type of community in how you move. And or you also need to grow in maybe even friendships. Yeah, you do. I think there's different cycles that you need to worry about when it comes to your life, other than just work and your finances, to be honest. So no, I don't think it's going to be a major change in 2026 when it comes to your career and finances. All right, let's actually go into the topic of your finances. Let's talk about that first. So let's do the first half of the year, and then we'll do the second half. What can you expect the first half of the year for your finances to be right. Okay, so you may feel like there's a rough patch the first half of the year. You may feel like, okay, well, I have to ask someone for money, or I have to figure out how I can get out. Yeah, you're definitely either reaching out or you're figuring out how you can create different avenues. Maybe it's just like, okay, well, I'll get a hands-on job where it's like you're delivering groceries, you're picking up side jobs, or you're helping babysitting. There's something that you're doing. It's like, okay, great. Well, this will help me pay for something that you've invested in already. You actually may, once you get started, may be satisfied with doing so. You may be trying to figure out if you can do so long term as well. But you'll realize, like, no, I can't do this long term, or I'll have to end this, or it'll cause another challenge. It's just something that'll help you in the first 6 months get through a rough patch. Okay. Also, be careful investing in a person. So it's like, okay, there's a situation that you know is kind of dead and gone, but because you need some type of help and you feel like they have some type of investment or they have something that they've been doing, you feel like, okay, well, I can go towards this person and see if they can help me through some type of challenge. Be careful. They may be going through some type of job ending or something that's coming up financially that they may not either be telling you about or they don't see coming. And this may end up causing conflicts between y'all, or they're going to have to make a hard choice where they feel like, oh, I can either save you or save myself when it comes to some type of contract or just something that they're trying to do for themselves. Okay, so FYI, when it comes to someone that you already know and wanting to uphold a relationship because of that. At the end of the next 6 months, you may end asking for help. You may be investing in something. You may have extra finances, and it may be hard for you to make a choice when it comes to what to do it because you feel like you just got out of a period where there was bad finances. So maybe there's a new contract that's coming the last 6 months of 2026. Whether this is like a lease for a house, a lease for a car, that could be something that you're signing. And maybe you feel like throughout the first half of the year, it's like, okay, well, my bank account can go from empty to full, so I don't know how this is going to happen. There's going to be something that's cut from then something that makes you feel defensive or something that you feel like you have to get paid or have to do. And this is going to allow you to have some type of extra money for sure. Okay. Maybe you're doing some type of candle between the first 6 months. All right, let's go into the second 6 months for your finances. You could be getting some type of gift, or there's some type of windfall. There's something that comes towards you that allow you to feel supported when it comes to your finances the last 6 months. This could even be just like a refund to something that you forgot, or it could be just something that comes to, oh, thank you, this is the perfect time I needed this because there's some type of challenge that you were going through. This also could be somebody else. They could be giving you a gift, right? So it's like, okay, well, I made a bad investment, or, you know, I lost my job, or my job is ending. I get a really big bonus, and so somebody wants to give you some type of money because they get some type of bonus. They're being strategic when it comes to how they spend their money. It's like, okay, well, I want to make a donation, and that way I can write it off of my taxes, or whatever the case may be. This could be someone that always has some type of fluctuating income, so they're not really as stressed about it, maybe as you are in that point in time. Be somebody around you at the point that you have finances the last 6 months. They're going to want you to do something for them. It's like, okay, well, since you have this gift, since you have this thing that's really nice, and I'm going through a financial challenge, can we both be strategic? And so that way we can organize our finances and we can do something together. But this may actually drain you more than you think, so be careful when it comes to it. Somebody also could be trying to give you a gift in the last 6 months. It's like, okay, well, I want to give you something, but whatever they're giving you has debt attached to it. It has something that's attached to it, and they're being strategic about how they're going to frame this to you. Oh, yeah, I just want to give you my house, but the house is full of mold, or it's full of something that's going to cause a lot of repair. Oh, I want to give you this big chunk of change, or this, but they know that somehow it's going to be taxed, or there's something that somebody's trying to give you, but they're being strategic on how. So be careful when it comes to this the last 6 months of 2026. You're going to have to think something through, but it seems like overall you'll have some type of steady income. You'll be able to hit some type of accomplishments. You'll be able to spend your money the way that you want to. Yeah, it's like you're going to feel like you have a lucky break. Any points in time that you feel like, okay, well, I'm unknown when it comes to my funds or where they're going, you'll have to sit back and figure out how you can overcome some type of obstacle. But it seems like you'll have some type of fulfilling career and or work to where you're able to make things work and or flow for you. It doesn't feel as suffocating the last 6 months at all. Okay. So when it comes to this rough patch that you're going through now, and you're feeling like, okay, well, I'm not sure how I'm going to overcome an issue, because there's money that's either coming out your account, or you're not sure when something's going to come in. All of a sudden, there may be some type of new strategy, or there may be something that comes in, and you're like, okay, great, now I can invest in something. Yeah, you got some type of money coming in for sure. All right, let's see. When do you get this immediate relief? Within the next 6 months. What season? All right, this could be in the water sign season. So we are in Capricorn. Give it to Pisces season. Definitely in Aquarius season, you'll either find a resource, you'll get some type of clarity, and then water sign season is when you get it. All right, and then you'll realize, like, oh, okay, great, I can trust myself. There also could be someone around you that's going through some type of deep failure, or they feel like they're going through some type of pain at this point in time, and maybe you help them stabilize. It's like, okay, something was realistic, or something did balance out, and you make them feel really good because of it, and how you're able to move on. Okay, cool. Let's see. Let's talk about your career. All right, so are you going to stay at the exact same company, exact same position? You'll have the choice to. Okay, it seems like your company, your system, or whatever this is, feels like you have some type of high morals, that you trust yourself. They feel like they have some type of clarity of how you work, or how you move, how you think. So it seems like overall everything is going well. There's no struggle. They may give you an opportunity or present something towards you that could be new. Could you be getting a promotion? It could be a promotion, or it's a passion project. It's something like, hey, do you want to do this really quickly? It could be practical, or it's going to highlight how you are practical, how you're able to do certain things and provide and protect when it comes to certain aspects of, like, okay, I can take this under my wing and make it my own. It's like, oh, okay, well, hey, every time we have a new employee, can you adapt this new person to the system, or whatever the case may be? It's like, okay, well, yeah, I can trust this. I can make this my own. And they feel like, okay, well, this is something that you can uphold long term. But you may be in your head because maybe you feel like you're not getting paid enough, or there may be some type of decision. It's like, okay, well, now that I know I can do this, where does this take me? What season do they give you this promotion? This could be in the fire sign season, but you are going to be happy about it. Because maybe initially, again, you want to go through some type of change, so that way you feel like you have enough money. That way you have something that you feel like you can depend on financially. Yeah, so you're persuaded to kind of start over, or go back to school, or kind of do something small, which actually may take you away from the thing that's going to make you the most money. So just watch your scarcity mindset when it comes to your career at the moment. But they may give you the job before they actually give you the title of it, or they may ask you to do certain things when it comes to a new position, but it will help you recover. Okay. If you feel like you're holding on to something stuck, it's like, okay, well, what about the industry, or how many years until you change out of this? So maybe you feel like let's give it 3 years, okay? Because I feel like, again, this Empress card comes out. So initially, maybe right now you need to focus on feeding into yourself. And in the 3 years, you'll be in the best position to get the company, or the industry, get the company. I don't know what that's about. But you'll be able to know that you're recovered mentally, emotionally. You're able to heal, and you're able to get this position just like it was meant for you. And you walk right on into it. It feels like it's your team. Or, like I said, this could be you walking into a manager role, you going into something else, and it's like, okay, well, you own it, or you do something and then able to stabilize. So give yourself 3 years before you truly realize, okay, well, what industry, how am I going to be stabilized, and how am I going to be known for whatever it is that you do. All right. Okay. Let's see. Let's go. Any other career messages you need to know right now? You also may need to be more open to communicating with your current team. If you feel like there's something that needs to be resolved, or something that needs to be considered, go ahead and reach out, or try to take the actions. Or it's like, okay, well, hey, this is what I found, this is what I think, this is what we should try to do. And then they're going to start to see, like, oh, okay, well, you're thinking of something long term, or you're thinking something for the team and not just for yourself. You're going to start to unlock something when it comes to how you connect to yourself or things that you're supposed to know. You also may need to look into your benefits. You may have some type of partnership that can help you, and this doesn't have to be related to your health. Maybe there's something that's going on when it comes to a legal thing and you need a lawyer. Example, that could be like, oh, well, I've been looking into filing for bankruptcy, or I've been looking into doing something a certain type of way, and somehow your benefits has a partnership that'll help you take action when it comes to this. And it'll be like, oh, okay, well, what else can I do? What else can I unlock when it comes to this? For sure. But it seems like overall, you're making really good partnerships when it comes to your job. It seems like somebody, again, is going to delegate more tasks, and this is going to boost your energy and or your thought process. Somebody sees you as a planner, and they want to teach you how to design something or teach you how to implement something, so that way you can teach other people. It's giving, you may end up becoming a manager, or you may be becoming a teacher. You may be becoming someone that brings other people on somehow. Maybe you're signing up for health insurance for the year. You're going to get some type of boost. I told you a teacher popped out again. You may get some type of boost of earnings once you start helping other people develop their career somehow, some way. So just work smart. Make sure you're not complicating things. It seems like you'll have solutions that are actually simpler than what you think. You'll be able to clean things up the way that you think or that you need to. Something will seem healthy. You will realize that, okay, people at my job are on my side. People are actually listening to me. People are actually wanting to boost me up for whatever reason. There also could be someone who's a secretary, an assistant, or someone who worked with kids before. They could be trying to manifest another way to make income, and they're being cautious about how they say this or how they grow. But they could feel like they're settling when it comes to being a parent. So they may just take off when it comes to this job. Hopefully this is not based off of some type of loss, like they lose someone and you send your condolences there. But they may take off when it comes to this job because they lost the connection to it, or they lost feeling this was prosperous, and somehow that may lead you to a new position as well. Yeah, you may feel like, oh, well, this is luck. Okay, so just kind of hold tight when it comes to your career right now. Try to manage your money. If you have to pick up an odd job for your comfort, know that you can do so, but be cautious with it. You don't want to settle or make that your mainstream income or thing, and then there's some type of loss or issue when it comes to that as well. All right, but I feel like you managing your money is going to be the biggest thing. Maybe somehow you have to talk to your finance department. Say, oh, I need to update my banking account information. I need to update something that's connected to your system. Somehow, some way. Okay, so that was your career and money read. Let's see. How does so-and-so feel? Let's figure out who so-and-so is. Who is it that's on your mind? All right, so you got a water sign that's on your mind? Have you on the water sign? And or there's a Sagittarius around. How does this water sign feel right now? And currently they could be in the energy of feeling like, okay, well, everything is all good. I have some type of love, compassion. We can have a drink. We can be cordial and conversate. They're giving themselves some type of love right now because they feel like they're trying to focus on their career and or something that they're just trying to overcome when it comes to their action and what to take, but they don't really know exactly what to do about it. So they're giving themselves some type of love through it. There could be a new relationship at their job or someone that they want to flirt with, and they're confused on if someone's married or if someone is receptive to this. Somebody also could want to tell you about some type of offer that they received regarding their career and or their job, but they could be lying about a situation and how something's going to be completed. It's like, oh, well, or maybe why they even want to take it. Is this about them taking it for someone else? Maybe. Because they don't know if this person is in a relationship or how this person is going to see them in one. So just be careful when it comes to the person that you're currently thinking about. Because they may be trying to move careers or change something about it, and this is all based off of some type of confusion of someone else. They also may come towards you and want to offer some type of bigger picture perspective, but they're lying. They feel like you can feel completely happy, or you can feel like you've accomplished something, or you have everything that you want when it comes to this relationship, but there's another person in the picture. And they're trying to get this person in perspective and or figure out how this person wants to move forward. Because maybe that person is trusting themselves about their family, their legacy, and or how this is going to conflict their finances. There could definitely be somebody at this person's job or somehow intertwined with their finances. It's like, okay, well, even if they don't work with this person, right? Because let's say that person that you know, this water sign, is in construction, or they do something on the road. They don't really know who this person is. This could be somebody at their bank. And they're like, oh, well, I don't know if my banker's married. And the banker's probably like, well, I don't really want to involve my job just to try to date somebody that I don't really know. Something like that could be going on. All right, when it comes to this Sagittarius that's on your mind, if it's not Sagittarius, it could be a Leo. Somebody is holding back from something that they feel like could be successful. They're confused by it. This even could be a teenager. This could be somebody that's young. And maybe you felt the responsibility of carrying this person's weight, or something about their home, their marriage, or something about their lifestyle you feel like is not as stable, or they don't really get to celebrate or do certain things that you feel like they should be able to. They could feel some type of responsibility because they recognize some type of confusions, or they know that somebody around them is cheating, or they can pick up on something that's not fair. Maybe they're also feeling the burden of someone else being dishonest, right? It's like, okay, well, my mom, my dad was cheating, and now I'm confused on what we're going to do next, or how we're going to move forward, or if they even going to bring something to light. Maybe they know something that's going on behind the scenes. This also could be a kid that was just out doing something, right? And they have to feel the burden of, you know, the punishment of whatever this is, of being dishonest. But they're holding back on telling someone because they know that this is going to cause some type of confusion, or they're not sure how somebody's going to respond to this. But maybe you feel like, okay, well, you've been through some type of transformation, you went through some type of cycle, or you're going to help the parent realize that. But again, the Sagittarius is out of here again. So it's like, okay, well, you just feel like something is going to transition them to be more balanced and more patient. So you feel like somebody's just going through a cycle, and somehow, or maybe they're going to get their cycle for the first time again. 13, 14, either numbers are adding up or are going to be in line for you where it makes sense, or somebody's a teenager. Okay. So that's how they're feeling. That's what they're going through for the both people that's on your mind. All right, last topic. Let's figure out what's hidden. First half of 2026. What don't you see coming? What's hidden? All right, so you're going to realize that everything happens in the exact moment that it's supposed to. You're going to realize that your team is actually helping you out. They're helping you find people that's going to assistance. I'm telling you what. It's all about your spirit team. It's all about you realizing that you have help, or somebody's on your side, that they're sending people to be on your side. If you are getting assistance from people right now and you're like, okay, well, I don't know if I should be diving into this. You don't really want to make memories into it. Be open to receive in the moment that you need to. Somebody will meet your expectations and or help you. You also need to know that you'll meet new people. Okay, and maybe you don't see that coming, and somehow when you meet new people you get confused. Either you want to see the best in them, or you somehow feel like, I don't know if they're something's going on with them, and you don't know if you can really open up to them. You're going to be assisted to know exactly who your friends are and or where something is going. Also, in divine timing, in the first 6 months, what you don't see coming, you may somebody that you're open to, or somebody that you're talking to or making some type of deal with, they may be sick or they may be fragile. And you may be confused because maybe you feel like they had some type of new energy. They had some type of new partnership, or something that was going very good for them. A relationship, or just something towards them where you thought that they were sleeping well and they wasn't. So you may hear about something regarding someone that you know. Yeah. And it seems like at that point in time, they're going to just try to get themselves prepared for a situation that they feel like is failing, or something that they feel like is just an illusion, or where they could daydream of how they could go back to a situation. Who is this for you? This could be a Taurus, heavy on the Taurus. Or somebody who walked away from something that was traditional, a marriage, a situation. They walked away from something that they always did. Somebody could even abandon a church or abandon something that they believed in. Somebody also could feel like they were isolated by a system. So this could be someone that's either going to jail, or somebody who's like, okay, well, I just have to have the energy of being. They want to make sure they're prepared for what's to come. This is not a Taurus, this could be a Cancer, but it's definitely an earth sign for sure. Maybe there's something that's happening in Cancer season. All right, let's see. When it comes to your dreams, you could be having dreams. What's hidden about this? So your dreams are trying to prepare you for something. So make sure you are arranging, I'm not gonna say arranging your thoughts, but if you can remember your dreams, try to figure out what dynamic you were in, or there's some type of message that's coming towards you in your dreams. Okay, you could be seeing butterflies, or the color blue could be important, some type of smoke. I don't know if you're having some type of dream and it's like, oh, okay, well, you know, I was at a stadium somewhere and there was some type of fire, or there was some type of something, or something happened. But you're not really sure where. Maybe you hadn't been to this place before, so you're not really sure what building this was, or there's something about it. It's like, okay, well, I'm not really sure what this is, but you need to be open to kind of figuring out what the bigger message is, or what the bigger picture is. Because maybe in a point in time that something's happening in your dream, there's somebody that comes and help you, or someone that you realize that you're compatible with, and then you're like, okay, well, sure, that happened in my dream, but I don't really know how I'm going to meet this person. And then you meet them at the point that you're going through a situation. And you're like, okay, well, I don't know if I can be fragile around this person, or if I can tell this person what's really going on when it comes to my weakness. You're going to be confused by it until you sit back and remember your dream, or until you sit back and realize, like, oh, okay, wait, I have some type of like deja vu moment. And this may put you at a crossroads on how to handle it. So pay attention to your dreams. All right, there also may be someone around you, and they may go towards someone else, and they may feel like, okay, well, let me see if I can have a family here. The family dynamic isn't going to work. Either them, the person that you know, is still uncommittal, or that person is not going to want to commit to them. Even if they're professional, even if they have a job, it's like, yeah, I don't want to. They feel like this is not really something that's going to bless them long term, or something that they want to go into. I'm telling you, somebody around you is going to be rejected. Okay, who is this? You don't see this coming. This could be a Scorpio for sure. Somebody that you already ended a situation with. They also may feel like, okay, well, I can't commit to a job, or I can't commit to something anymore. And maybe they feel like they missed out on a blessing and or opportunity when it comes to their career. All right, especially if this is not just related to their family life. Okay, what else is going on? You may get some type of message about someone who's separating, and somebody wants to see if you're prepared to do something. But maybe you feel like, okay, well, this is not in my profession. This is not in my avenue, and I don't see how something's going to be a blessing. You don't see how something's going to work for you. So kind of sit back and relax, because you will have some type of success, or you'll realize that, you know, you have other qualities about yourself that you can tap into. You also may be in some type of energy that you're going to have to ground yourself with in the next 6 months. So where you feel like, oh, this something is just an illusion when it comes to me being optimistic. Or something is just going to deter me, or something is not going to work. You need to structure yourself when it comes to this. Okay? Because as you integrate yourself in or through autumn, you'll see how everything balances out for you. And or how you feel like, okay, well, I can actually do something with consistency. I can do something with love. Especially when it's just related to work, or how you hydrate yourself, or you comfort yourself out of a situation that you were once clinging to. You're going to start to hold on to the adventure of life, versus just like, okay, is this a roller coaster? I have no choices. I have no will. I have no concern, or it's like you have no control over it, and you're going to realize that you do. All right. Anything else that's hidden? Let's do the last 6 months of 2026. All right. So there may be some type of karmic lesson that's learned. And this could be based off of, I was gonna say intuition, off of temptation. Maybe you're going to be open to giving someone some type of time and say, okay, well, let's give this another life, or let's just explore this and just see, until somebody makes you sick, or somebody does the exact same thing. It's like, you know what, this temporary distance was actually should have been permanent. You're going to be more your authentic self to realize that somebody is keeping things up for appearances and or they're still holding back when it comes to their internal conflict. So you may not see that you're going to give somebody a second chance and somebody's going to test your limits for sure. It's also going to be about boundaries and how you can be content without them. So just be careful, because at some point in time you may play both sides to where it's like, okay, well, I don't need them, and you may feel like you have the leverage that you can control the situation and or their behavior with it. Be careful when it comes to that. All right, anything else that you don't see coming in general 2026? All right, so there's some type of hidden agenda. We'll see who has this. But it's not really going to affect you. So just have some type of fun, okay? So if somebody's trying to gossip about what you're having going on or what you're doing, or somebody's wanting to have you look over your shoulder about who they're talking to, you don't need to worry about it. Protect yourself. Who has the hidden agenda? This could be this Taurus or somebody that you're definitely walking away from. It could be somebody that you're walking away from in Taurus season. Okay, heavy on the earth sign. Somebody also could be like trying to create a narrative before the truth comes out. It's like they had some type of hidden agenda. They were dealing with someone or sneaking around or trying to make themselves blend in. Now the gossip spreads about what they were doing and they're trying to protect themselves. And so they're going to walk away from someone that they feel like, oh, well, this could have been my match, because now that person's going to look at me like a hater and or someone who is abusive. And so they're going to want to balance things out when it comes to a situation with you. Yes, because they feel like, okay, well, I can be precise and or disciplined. You've already seen me in multiple avenues, and you know, you still get some type of inspiration off of me. Heavy on a Taurus. Be careful when it comes to this. If it's not a Taurus, who is it? This could definitely be a Gemini, a Libra, or a Virgo. Heavy on the Gemini. Somebody could be trying to blend in with you because they feel like, okay, well, there's something that's spreading about me, or they spread the gossip about you. And they feel like you were able to protect yourself and completely just walk away. They thought that you were going to abandon something that was actually growing for you or making you seem beautiful or making you seem like, okay, you have different aspects of you. They were a hater. And they would try to balance something out with someone else around you. This could have been an earth or an air sign. So that way they can feel like, okay, well, I got some type of positivity with someone that you were committed to or someone that you thought that you were going to go back to. And now they're in their head because they feel like there's some type of direct communication and or clear boundary. Maybe even a perspective about this relationship, that person that they wanted, and or about how you see them. So it's like, okay, somebody was trying to tempt you and or trigger you, or they will in 2026. And it's not even going to bother you. It's going to end up causing a challenge to them. This is somebody that you've known in the past, or somebody that you either gave a gift to before, you helped them, you're very, very familiar with who this is, but somehow you needed some type of restart or mental reset for yourself and you let them go. This could be a same-sex person. All right, anything else that's hidden in 2026 that you don't see? You're going to have a safe space for sure. Okay, you're going to feel like you can be yourself, that you don't have to deal with anyone that is entangled with the situation because their lies are already exposed. Yeah, you are. And somebody in their family or whoever this is around you, they're going to be seen as the person with the bad influence. And now it seems like the people around them are going to want you to have a safe space with them. It's like, okay, well, initially whoever you're dating or whoever you're around, whether friendships or in love, they have family and maybe they were just feeding into their family. And then once they realize, okay, well, damn, there's some type of lies, there's some type of mask or whatever exposed about this person and how they were bad influence, they're going to want to come towards you like, okay, well, you can be around us again, or we want to talk to you and make sure that you know that you're comfortable around us. They're going to give you some type of friendship test, or you need to give them one. Because somehow you could be side-eyeing them for making you wait or not believing you and trusting you when you were trying to spread some type of positivity. So not only is a person, but their family or their friends around could be coming back because at one point in time you were speaking some type of truth and they didn't want to discover or they didn't want to listen, and now they have no choice but to see it. They did. They have no choice but to see it, and there's going to be some type of push-pull dynamic because of how this person was exploring and what they were just jumping to do with other people. And again, the rumor has it that the rumor is true. They actually are whatever you think that they are. All right. Okay, cool. So let's see. I think that was all of our topics. New love, current love, career, money, how do they feel and what's hidden? We do all your questions. Perfect. Now let's go to your spicy read. Let's go to your spicy topics. All right, who around you wants to sleep with you currently? All right, let's get into your spicy reads. Who wants to sleep with you? There's a Taurus that you already know is no good. A new Sagittarius. A Capricorn is out here. Someone with the initial U and or a Scorpio that you know is no good. All right. Now, although you should not entertain anybody that you already is no good, is this karmic Scorpio? They have sexual desires for you now? Yeah, they do. They feel like you're going through a transformation or you're going to end some type of cycle. They actually may not tell you. They may not want to tell you the truth when it comes to what they're sleeping about, or thinking about, or sleeping about, because they're in their head. They feel like they put themselves in some type of restriction or you're holding back from them sexually. Energy if you give into this. It may happen very quickly, and then this may somehow put you in your affairs and your emotions. So you definitely need to avoid this person. But let's see what it'll be like if you choose to do so anyway. Right? Because you have free will. So if you sleep with this Scorpio, somebody can't commit to it. So it's like, okay, but they're going to keep changing positions. They're going to keep changing certain things or changing dynamics. It's like they can never truly get comfortable. They're going to try to take it gentle initially. It's going to be more touching and hugging than anything. It's going to seem like it's casual. But it's definitely going to be like a one-night stand kind of thing. It's not going to be repetitive. Somebody may also want to do it without a condom. This is something that they're kind of feeling like they can do out of duty, or it's like out of routine. This is not necessarily because they want to feel very connected to you. They just want to feel important when it comes to their sexual desires right now. So be careful with this, because this could be even somebody that's willing to pay for it. It's like, okay, well, if you don't want to do it for me, or if you're not going to do something the way I want to, then I'll go have sex with someone else, on the road or in a car, or, wherever that they feel like they can do it. So no to this Scorpio. All right. Let's dive into this Taurus. Does this Taurus want to sleep with you currently? Yes, they do. But they feel like, okay, well, I'm trying to see if I can have some type of forgiveness for my lifestyle and or balance something out. So although they want to sleep with you, they feel like, okay, well, there's someone that I committed to, someone that's around me still. This could be definitely another fire sign or another earth sign that's around this Taurus. And they want some type of forgiveness from this person. And while they're being patient on doing so, they feel like you have some type of success. You have something that's going towards you. And they want some of your energy. They want to figure out, okay, if I give some type of energy to this, will this bring a challenge to my lives? Will this bring a challenge to something that I'm holding on to or someone? So you can't with the Taurus because they still are attached to somebody else. And that's why. All right. Well, let's see. If you choose to do so anyway with the Taurus. So it may actually start off very sensual, very slow and patient. Somebody is looking for a long-lasting relationship. They are looking to find someone that they can start a family with. This is somebody that definitely would let you take the lead. But at the same time, they're going to want to prove some type of experience to you. So it's not only for pleasure, but they're going to either want to conceive a baby or marriage, or it's going to be longer than what you're expecting. But you can't really expect romance from this person because they're actually already caught up with someone else. But you may let them take the initiative when it comes to it, and you may not regret it. But somebody could enjoy swinging, or they enjoy something with a little bit more experience than maybe you've had already. And somehow, if you continue this longer than what it's supposed to be, especially if you do this more than one time, you're going to realize that this sex is physically draining. Okay? It just is what it is. All right, let's move on from the Taurus. What's going on with the new Sagittarius? Are they currently sexually attracted to you? No, so you may not have met this person yet, because it definitely say a new Sagittarius. What season will you meet this person? You may meet them in Cancer season. And they could be someone that was hating the way that they were moving, or the way that they had to do something, or just kind of going on a ride with someone else. They hated the fact that they had to just join and sign on to what someone else in their background was doing. And they feel like, okay, well, I could have some type of confidence and recognition for myself and balance something out and come off in my own energy. And this may be when you meet them. Should you sleep with them? You can. It's up to you. It seems like you're going to be in a good phase, or this is going to help you go through some type of turning point. What would the sex be like with the new Sagittarius? All right, so somebody is forceful, okay? And honestly, to the point to where they get off on being a little forceful, or they get off on doing something for themselves, and their intention is not necessarily to please you, okay? So this is definitely somebody that's going to have sex with very little feelings, or it's just, like I said, just is what it is for the moment. They like to flirt and fantasize about it, but when it actually comes to doing the do, it's not really enjoyable for you. Okay, you may even feel like they're going on a little too long. It's like, okay, what's going on here? And they may get after some type of pleasure or pain. Okay, someone with the initial U, first or last. All right, no, you haven't met this person yet. They're going through some type of burden, and or they feel like they're carrying the weight of having to move on. Maybe they're physically moving or trying to get something that's steady and or secure. They have a new perspective on their discipline, their structure, and or how they're healing and or recovering. So this could be somebody that feels like, okay, well, initially I didn't feel the burden of having to move something or move my body or do something a certain type of way, and now I feel like, okay, I learned a new perspective about my body, my own self-worth, and their healing. So this could be somebody really well that you sleep with, somebody that's being very cautious about who they open their body up to. Will you sleep with this person? You will. And somebody's going to be in and out of like, okay, should we do this again? Will this cause some type of challenge? And or, you know, did we protect ourselves? We kind of jumped in this kind of quickly. So this may end up being unprotected and you're not even expecting it to be so. What the sex will be like for y'all? Okay, so somebody's going to be very passive. But again, I'm telling you, something happens sudden and quickly. Whether this is the actual sex is sudden and quick, or the way that y'all get into the situation. They always like, oh my goodness, oh dang, I didn't know we about to do it this quickly, or how do we end up here? It's maybe like quick sex to where you don't even spend the night, or it's just like, I don't know, maybe it's like somebody comes in and they're delivering your pizza. I don't know, they're delivering something for you, and it's like, oh, well then all of a sudden y'all have sex. It could be a maintenance person. It could literally just be anybody. And then it's like, okay, well, at the point that they have to walk away, it was just a quick thing to fantasize. Maybe you can even use your toy after this. And it's like, okay, well, that was extremely, you know, passionate. That was fun. Or it was just like, it's like a spicy moment for you with someone with the initial U. First or last. This is even giving UPS, like a business or somebody that works in a certain type of business. All right, what's going on when it comes to this Capricorn? Do they currently want to sleep with you? No. Okay, so what season would they want to sleep with you in? All right, so this could be happening after Aquarius season, more so in what's that, Virgo? Between Cancer and Virgo season is when you'll meet this person. But it may feel like a burden to either open yourself up fully or to continue to have sex with this person based off of you feel like there's something that's going on mentally with them. And then you feel like they just need to handle the situation. They're carrying the burden of something or someone and or an idea that they need to move on from. So you may feel like something is just unrealistic, or, you know, it's like, okay, well, I'll hold off on this until you're ready to go on to a change. Because maybe you're meeting someone that you're actually going to commit to. All right, so if you sleep with this Capricorn, what would the sex be like between y'all? Okay, somebody has a sex addiction, or you're going to be connected to them. You're going to want to truly be careful, though. This is also giving unexpected pregnancy, okay? But it seems like you guys are going to have a lot of fun. But somebody separates their feelings from sex, so just be careful when it comes to this. And I feel like y'all gonna already know that there's some type of emotionally cold or distance between y'all, and this is when they come back around after you meet your other person. So overall, you're gonna feel like somebody can't commit, but they, you know, they have really good sex, or y'all have really spontaneous and passionate sex between each other. It feels good, but you or them may have a huge appetite for it, a huge appetite for foreplay, or, you know, they care about your pleasure though, so it's not just for them, it's definitely for you as well. But I think the biggest thing for them is going to be the commitment. Either they're scared of it and they're running from it, and they come back around after the fact, or you're going to end up meeting somebody else and committing to them before they're truly ready to commit. All right, so there could be somebody that you have your eye on, and this is not people that want to just sleep with you. There could be somebody that you're like, oh, I wonder if I can sleep with them, or someone that you find attractive. Who is this that you're actually interested in? All right, so this could be a Taurus. It doesn't have to be the same one that we already talked about. Someone with the initial H, first, middle, or last. Someone that works in the medical field. They could be into aerodynamic, I don't know, airplanes or something like that. They could be into engineering. This could be a Capricorn. It doesn't have to be the same one, or they're coming back at a different time. You're like, oh, I really want them now at this point, and you realize that they're not good for you. Okay, and or someone with the initial I, first, middle, or last. Okay, let's see. For the people that you're interested in, the initial I, should you sleep with them? You can. Okay, let's figure out what the sex with the initial I would be like. Somebody could be wanting to extend the time and say, oh, well, let's do it again, or let's go another round. Yeah, it's definitely hot and intense. And somebody's like, okay, well, let's do something in unusual places. Let's do a lot of 69 positions. Let's just do a lot of oral. And they just want things to continue. They feel like you look really good. They like to role play, or they kind of want to see you in different aspects. They may want to just make sure that you feel good. This is someone that definitely wants to prove something to you and take the lead. They may even somehow want to be a permanent partner after you guys sleep together. Something about the number 17 or 34 could be important. Okay, the initial I would say, yeah, go for it. All right, the initial H. This is somebody that you're interested in. Should you sleep with them? Whenever you meet them, even if you haven't met them yet, yes, you can. But know that although it will be successful, although they're gonna be grateful that you came towards them. They're gonna be like, oh, I didn't even know that you saw me, or oh, I didn't even know that I wasn't even an option for you. They're gonna be happy. It just may not go the full way that you want to. It's like, oh, well, that's it. That's all that they have to offer. Their stamina may not be the best. Yeah, there's something about this person. It's like they'll tell you how they want it, but they're only going to take the initiative if you're sure you really want it. It's like, okay, well, let's talk about oral sex. Let's do some type of classic positions. It's kind of, I'm not going to say boring, but it's just like, let me just kind of protect myself when it comes to this. Maybe you guys are sleeping together outside, or you just kind of recognize, like, yeah, this is not it. You may not give somebody a second chance when it comes to the initial H. All right, now let's see. Is this the same Capricorn? Because to me, it's giving us the same Capricorn, but at a different time than when you first initially meet those. Is this the same one? It is. And I'm telling you, at the point in time that you're wanting to sleep with them, it's like you maybe not even want to sleep with them for love. You don't want to sleep with them so that way you guys can have a connection. You just probably want to get something off because you feel like it was good. You guys enjoyed, each other and or the moment. And like, okay, well, this don't have to lead to a relationship. This doesn't have to be something that's a new romance, or it doesn't have to lead to a baby. And you're just like, okay, well, let's just kind of communicate as we both go through a change or to a cycle, or I just want to talk about something that I remember. It's the same Capricorn. Okay. This Taurus, is it the same Taurus? Yes, it's the same Taurus. But this person is trying to heal at this point in time. They're going to tell you, like, okay, well, yes, I was dealing with someone that I was connected to, but I moved away from that. I'm already healing from that separation. Something was misaligned, or I went back towards it and it was a bad decision. They're going to come back towards you because they're going to feel like you still have some type of determination and or confidence to move forward. They're going to want to work with you and or just see if you guys can have a situationship. Or maybe this is when you're going to want to go back to them. Maybe they post something online and you can tell that they're completely done, and you want to go back because you feel like, okay, well, I look good, or I've been in the gym, or I've been doing something, and we can make something work until it doesn't. So you may be open to it. All right. So should you sleep with a Taurus? At this point, they're completely separated. Somebody could be a smoker. Yeah, you can. But again, just know that something is unrealistic about something and being like a situationship long term. Okay. So at the point that they separate, what would the sex be like between you and a Taurus? They may actually have a lack of desire to have sex. They may be sad. Yeah, once it's like, okay, well, I'm really letting this person go, and let's just keep changing the position. Let's just get me out of my head. Let's just not let me think about who I'm having sex with. They're going to be very curious about what you like and see if you want to take the initiative, but emotionally, they're going to be cold and cut off. So you can with the Taurus, but I'm going to just tell you, no, I don't really think it's going to be worth it with them at all. Even at the point that they get over the person that they're dealing with the first time you meet them or come across them. Okay? All right, let's move on. Now let's go into your add-on topic. What does your spirit team want you to know? What does your spirit team want you to know? You do have somebody that's for you. Somebody that's going to give you some type of passion and or anxiety. You just have either fear about meeting them or what to do with yourself and how to keep yourself busy, how to keep your hands busy until you do. But again, just know that things are going to be aligned for you to where you feel like things are just naturally accepted and that you're able to work through some type of issues gracefully. Know that you're actually going to be able to balance your energy. Maybe, again, I keep saying something about yoga or meditation or just you being able to figure out, okay, whenever I'm peaceful, how can I get, or whenever I think that things are bored or I don't really have any energy, how can I get this spark back towards myself? How can I go do something for myself, even though, you know, I fear being around other people. I fear people looking at me, or there's some type of negative thoughts that you have when it comes towards it or coming towards making a decision. You'll gain some type of clarity as you make decisions, as you figure out what choices you choose to make or how your body feels as you have some type of fear about decisions. You'll start to accept yourself and you'll start to release this. I love it. Also, you may meet someone while you're relaxing, but this person may have some type of fear of making a decision. And it's like, okay, well, make sure you have a timer for yourself, right? It's like, okay, well, you meet someone and although things seem well, if they don't desire to ask you out on a proper date or a proper, you know, whatever, within the first month or within the first 2 weeks, whatever your time frame is, make sure you stick to those boundaries. Because you're going to fear making your own decisions and or releasing people just because you want to be accepted. Because you feel like, okay, well, I just want to make sure I have a heavy influence over somebody's life. But your person that you meet, you're already going to be able to overcome obstacles, or they're going to help you overcome obstacles and to help you take a leap of faith. So it won't bring any confusion. It won't bring any kind of desperation or anything that you won't see at all. It won't bring it at all. Okay, so you won't have to have any doubt about the people that you release and how you let go of something. You also may need to take a leap of faith when it comes to just you exploring a hobby, a passion, or just, again, a job or just something that will bring a lot of success. This is going to allow you to activate yourself in multiple ways. We keep seeing that activation. Maybe you're getting a new device, a new like electronic device as well. The person that you're going to be connected to, they may fear being accepted for themselves. And I'm not saying that this is somebody who has something like a mental disorder, but they may have something that they're subconscious about. It could be like ADHD, or they could be someone who's like OCD, or there's something about themselves that like, okay, well, I don't really know if I'm going to be connected to someone, but you're going to be their perfect soulmate. It's just going to happen at the perfect time. You also may need to set your alarm for something. Make sure that you're on time for a situation. This could be an interview. This could be something, and if you're on time or something, if you make sure you set your alarm or you leave at the perfect time, then some type of decision is going to go your way, and you're going to be able to release anything that's been stressing you out. You're going to have some type of balance and or faith. Again, I feel like you're worried about love and having some type of successful recognition, some type of successful partnership, and it will happen. Also, as you relax, any type of fear will be based off of like, oh, okay, well, something is clear, a clear decision, or something is an easy path, or something won't cause as much fear as it does, because your angel team is going to surprise you. I was going to say support you. Okay, so your angel team could help you and surprise you when it comes to either you decluttering something or you realizing that you have a safe space or a sacred space for yourself to rest. You don't see how you're going to be happy with the way that you dedicate to yourself, or to dedicate yourself to something that's that you feel like is piling up. You're able to get certain things done. You just could be stressed in the process of resolving some type of issue, and because you get stressed over resolving the issue, you put yourself in some type of negative thoughts, or you create some type of roadblock for your own life. It's like you have some type of self-limiting beliefs that's not even there. until you juggle or you try to find balance. And then once you realize, okay, well, I sacrifice celebrating, I sacrifice having some type of fun, I can bridge a way to a new opportunity to do both. You can put in the work to do both, and then you start to spread your wings. You start to be more patient with yourself and start to see your strength in doing so. And you necessarily relax until you have the recognition that you're looking for. And then at the point in time that you do start to relax, then this is when all the apologies and all the realignment start to happen. And you realize, okay, well, something could have been peaceful the entire time as long as someone communicated. But they don't really look out. You could feel like that this peace and contentment could have always been there as long as that somebody received and expressed some type of truth. But they wouldn't acknowledge their red flags. They would just create scenarios in their mind or create avenues to get out of it when it comes to this relationship and or committing to different people. But now they're going to want to be embraced because they've been denied by so many people and there's too many boundaries around them. And they're going to feel like, okay, well, you're highlighting your strength, or they can see your strength and they're going to want your embracement. This is also going to take your patience. Okay, so know that as everything gets good, the things that you've been finally asking for from people around you, they're going to want to give it to you. But you're going to be dedicated to decluttering anything that's old, anything that's getting yourself, in this mindset that you're connected to the past still, or that, you don't have any type of purpose until you overcome an obstacle. That's just not true. Also, 2026, embrace any type of denials. Anything that you feel like, okay, well, I'm just unable to accept the situation, or there's some boundaries, something that's keeping me locked off or cut off. Just know that this is going to bridge you to a new opportunity, even if you don't see it in the moment. You will gain some type of insight from an experience, a partner, a job, a person, and this is going to allow you to build the pathway to your success and achieve some type of goal. So your confidence is what's going to matter, not only your patience, but you're going to realize, okay, well, great. My confidence, my determination, my perseverance has allowed me to discover myself in different aspects. And then you may sit back and reflect on the current situation that you're going through now and just admire yourself for all the hard work and being able to release a secret or push through somebody else's secret, their emotions as well. Yeah, you're going to realize that you discovered something about yourself and then you shifted. And the way that you feed information, the way that you get information, the way that you tell information or what people give you, it doesn't necessarily serve you and or your peace anymore. So you're not really going to care about the small stories or the small things. Okay, cool. Last message from your spirit team. What does your spirit team want you to know about 2026? Okay, so any type of challenge, anything that you feel like is unterritory, the team got your back. They got your 6. Even if you feel like, oh, there's no one home, I feel like I need to fill a void, or I'm just not sure, how I'm going to truly graduate into this new phase, or there's just something that feels empty. Also know as you go through some type of challenge, as you go through something that you feel like you really have to put the energy towards, there may not be initially anyone to help you. Okay, but you will be in your own energy. You will be able to make adjustments. You just have to expect things closely. You just have to double check in or read between the lines of people who are trying to get you to make a decision and or trying to outsmart you because they want to be assertive. Okay, if there's somebody that you know that's currently pregnant, or they're telling you about a baby that they're not sure is theirs, more than likely it is theirs. This could be involving an Aries, a Cancer, a Libra, a Capricorn, a Sagittarius, a Virgo, a Scorpio, a Gemini. That could be the person that's telling you about the baby and the person that they got pregnant. What's the decision when it comes to this? It's going to be a hassle. It's going to be a problem if somehow you get yourself continuously into this mess. If you allow someone to, like, okay, we can still work this out. I can help you through this. We can figure something out. Pay attention to what somebody's not saying. Because something's going to be a big challenge, a very big challenge. And it's going to change the way that you kind of can cultivate your life, right? So let's say somehow you can have a lifestyle that's more, refined. Or you can eat certain things that just, it costs a little bit more. Whatever the case may be, you actually meet someone that's unconditional when it comes to love. But if you get yourself like, okay, well, we can make this work when it comes to this new baby, this new situation, then you're gonna have to balance something out. Then you're gonna be like, damn, now I got myself in some type of illusion, or now I have to camouflage and act like I'm happy even though I'm not. And they may tell you like, okay, well, there's going to be some type of temporary overshadow or issue, but we're just going through a funk. We're sad, about this baby, or there's something that's going on. my condolences if the baby didn't make it, right? There was some type of challenge with the baby, balancing out something that was a hassle, and maybe the baby didn't make it. They still want you to kind of push through. This is going to still lead to some type of issue. Somebody's not really trying to tell you, they got their hands crossed behind their back. They're not really trying to tell you what direction that they're going in. They just either feel ignored or they feel that there's something that they need to tackle at the moment. This is going to make you clingy and codependent. You are going to be in your ego if you decide to sustain this. Absolutely not. Not even a little bit. All right, let's do one more message. Overall, for 2026, what does your spirit team want you to know? Okay, have faith that everything is connected. Know when to stop. Know when to let a situation go. Know when to, like, okay, well, if somebody stops you and they goes, know that that's connected as well. You don't need to overthink and overindulge in the situation. Yeah, have faith that you're going to be connected to love, or that your spirit team is helping you find some type of love within yourself that's going to be illuminated for sure. There's also something that you need to stop walking away from. Okay, so you have some type of idea and it could work. You have some type of plan, or it's just some type of thought process, and it's like, oh, I'm just not sure exactly how this is going to look or fit. It will work, but you need to stop walking away from it. Have faith that your love, your energy, or whatever that you put into this is going to illuminate any type of disruption, is going to allow that to just kind of bypass and end. You will be in your own energy when it comes to your idea or whatever this is. But you may have to go ahead and tackle this or start this before getting into the love life or into the love situation that you want. Okay, I'm telling you, the abundance is out here. So whatever it is that's creative, whatever it is that you have on your mind, or something that you want to do, even if it starts off as a hobby, even if it starts off as an activity, go ahead and just give it a try. Somehow this may allow you to overcome some type of obstacles that you don't see coming in the future. All right, I love it. Let's go into confirmations. Let's do some confirmation messages. We're only going to grab what fits the table. We're not going to pick anything up off the ground. So if something falls, there's some type of spilled milk, let it go. All right? It doesn't matter what someone wants, okay? Even if now all of a sudden now they want to show you something about themselves or show you something about yourself, somebody is definitely lying to you. Let's get clarity. Who is this that's lying to you? It doesn't matter what they want. All right, so this could definitely be a water sign masculine for sure. If this is not a water sign masculine, this is a Sagittarius, this is an Aquarius, and or a Pisces. Well, Pisces is a water sign. Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. What are they lying to you about? About them thinking that this could be practical. Like, okay, well, we can both be providing for our home, our lifestyle. We can both do things that are balanced. Somebody is not really trying to take accountability. They're not trying to be fair and or have a situation that they feel like can work. There also could be someone else around them that they're trying to be patient with because they feel like, okay, well, they have a bad situation with their ex or their partner. What sign is this person that the person that you know is trying to be patient with? Even on a small scale. This could definitely be an earth sign for sure. A Capricorn, a Taurus, a Sagittarius. Having a Capricorn or a Sagittarius. So somebody's lying to you. All right, hang with people that fit your future. Do you have people already around you that fit your future? No, maybe not right now. And maybe you feel a little burnt out, and maybe you need to release either people and or some type of responsibilities off of your chest. You have an immature fire sign, air sign, heavy on the fire sign, heavy on the fire or the air sign around you. And this person could feel like, okay, well, I'm going through a deep wound mentally, emotionally, or there's some type of crisis that they need to handle, but they don't feel like they have the energy to. And because they feel like they're going through some type of setbacks and or frustration, they want some type of misery to serve their company. They want you to be confused or in your emotions and or see this as something that's like, oh, is this still an option? Is this healthy? Okay, so not right now, but you got people from your past that's still around, and you need to go ahead and cut them off. Who's worn out right now? Okay, this could be a Taurus, and or an institution, right? So it's like, okay, well, you're trying to go through a system to get something approved. Like, okay, well, I need some type of emergency assistance. I need some type of help when it comes to a bill being paid. It's like, okay, well, we don't really have any more funds for this thing, or we don't really have anything left to help you, and this could put you in your emotions and or make you confused. All right, what's the outcome to this scenario? You're still going to be able to find something to work. You're still going to either have a team, there's another industry, there's another company, there's something else that's going to allow you to implement something, and the point that you feel like something's not going to be achieved. Okay, so just ignore the fact that you feel like, okay, well, I have to get out of something that's a wish fulfillment, something's full of regret or sadness. You will get something that's going to make you happy and or satisfied. Even if it's not through a system that says that they don't have the help, the resources, or whatever this is. Okay, what's going on when it comes to this air sign? Which air sign is it? All right, which air sign is this? So this could definitely be a Libra, feminine. What's up with them? So they have some type of perspective on how you work, or if you guys can work and collaborate together. But this person is emotionally disappointed in their own lifestyle, or having to walk away from someone that they had emotions attached to. So although this person feels like, okay, well, we can both maintain our boundaries and get through some type of situation, they're manipulative. They're trying to either trick you into something or get away from something. They're running away from a situation. You don't need to get involved. You may want to give somebody some type of love, or maybe you see them as innocent, or whatever you do, you feel like, okay, well, you have familiarity to it, and maybe you can help them move forward and have them some type of stability. But this is not going to help you at all. Somebody has, it's not. It's somebody has type of fear of change, and or this is going to lead to some type of tension, some type of rejection, and you're going to feel like, okay, well, I misuse my power, I misuse my own logic, or whatever the case may be, to feed into some type of weakness. So you need to completely bypass this Libra feminine. Okay, what do you need to prepare yourself for? Let's see. You may need to truly declutter, or clean something up, or organize something. Maybe you have kids around you and say, oh, I wish I could clean something up. Something about the 28th or the 29th could be important of June. What do you need to prepare yourself for? Okay, so you may feel guarded. You may feel like there's some type of past wound or something that comes up, and this is because someone's either pregnant, someone's having a baby, they're giving birth, or this could be based off of your own parents. Okay, so somehow you may feel like, okay, well, I built up some type of walls against someone, and they disappeared, they walked away, they were being sneaky, or whatever the case may be, and now someone's pregnant, and now it seems like somehow you can see this pregnancy, or there's a fake profile, and somebody's either trying to send you a message to tell you about a pregnancy secretly and have you in your feelings, or somehow you can see them if you have the fake profile. There could be something that comes up in June, or related to a water sign, against a Scorpio or Pisces, that's going to make you feel like, okay, damn, this really hurt my feelings, let me walk away. Because somebody was plotting, somebody was doing something the entire time. So prepare yourself when it comes to this. Also, you could definitely, I told you earlier, something about your dreams could be important about how you're growing. But there could be something that you don't really understand about it. So it's like, okay, I'm just going to let it go until something actually pops up. This could be related to your family, or just you having a foundation that you can build for yourself. Now, let's get some details when it comes to this. Who's the person that's pregnant around June? This could be a Libra. Somebody felt like they can recover from a situation that was initially unforgiving, but this still may be a challenge and or some type of struggle that they're going to have to protect themselves from. Are they coming towards you to tell you? No, they're not. Who's the person that's telling you? Or maybe you're just seeing it. So maybe you feel like, okay, well, somebody was manipulating you or deceiving you. And so now that you have some type of confusion, or you are feeling like there's some type of lie or something that you feel like is going on, you're trying to figure out where this person is going. I don't know if you're following this person or you're doing something toxic. You could either be physically following this person. You could be, creating a fake account to figure out what they got going on and what you can't see from your own profile, or something like that could be going on. And it's going to give you the clarity and or the information that you desire. So just be careful when it comes to this. Somebody around you also could be guarded against you around this time, because they've been sneaky with someone and they feel like, okay, well, I thought this was going to create my dreams, and now they're on the fence about this opportunity. Who's this? All right, this could be an Aquarius or a Capricorn. And maybe you're going to be on the fence about this opportunity as well. We already talked about this Capricorn and you walking away because you know that there's going to be a setback. So it's just coming out to reconfirm. So know that this person truly is kind of careless or burnt out at the point that you meet them. Be careful getting pregnant if you can by that person for sure. Okay. So we know what you need to prepare yourself for in the air sign. All right, who needs to clarify a situation? So this could be a water sign, heavy on a water sign, or a Sagittarius. Somebody's going to clarify, like, okay, well, there could be a possibility, there could be some type of issue, but I thought something was a challenge. I thought something, you know, I put my defenses up. They could be talking about, okay, when we wasn't together, well, yeah, it's a possibility that this child could be mine, yeah, and we already talked about it, it probably is. Okay. Also, there's somebody that's going to want to come towards you and offer you some type of love or just flirt with you, but they haven't clarified what they actually want from you. It's going to be a challenge to deal with this person or embrace them because they're going through some type of conflict, or there's some type of suffering or something that's one-sided when it comes to their career or their relationship. And so they're going to need to release some type of negative thoughts when it comes to it. So absolutely not. Confirm. Who is this? Somebody that has some type of finances, or this seems like they can take care of themselves or provide a luxury lifestyle. Heavy on the water sign for sure. Heavy on the water sign. Okay, and they're going, okay, well, yeah, you know, I just want to give you some type of clarity of how I can do things by myself. I'm a single dad, I'm a single something, or I have a business owner. They're going to tell you something about themselves so that way you can feel like, okay, well, this person has some type of optimism. I can heal or release my thought processes about them and be confident. Until you realize there's some type of depression or there's some type of misunderstanding or somebody is actually kind of brutal. Heavy on the brutal. So be careful when it comes to this situation. Alright. Somebody's going to try to give you some type of clarity, but it's false clarity. Alright. You're holding on to their energy. Let's get a new deck. Alright. Whose energy are you currently holding on to right now? All right, this could be a Sagittarius, an Aries, or a Taurus. And maybe you feel like somebody's going through a test of faith, and so you're trying to either nurture them, help them get through a situation, explore and or develop themselves. Somebody also could feel like it's a challenge for them to create and or to find out a hobby or something to do that's going to lead to some type of balance. So they could come off to you or come towards you with some type of like, oh, well, I'm going through this issue and so are you. And you could be holding on to their energy as well. It could be like, okay, well, somebody's going through a pregnancy or somebody's going through something that's making them emotional, and somehow it still makes you feel sad even though you have some type of balance in your life or something's going well for you. If this is not a Sagittarius, this could definitely be a Libra, a Scorpio, a Sagittarius, or a Libra for sure. You also may want to take the courage or take some type of action that you feel like, okay, well, I got something, I can give something one last shot when it comes to just being able to let this situation grow and see if this person really truly has some type of leader or vision for this. But then they're going to get back in the energy where it seems like they're very childish, or they just want to do the bare minimum. And this is going to balance out something that you feel like couldn't work. It's not going to work. And you're going to be disappointed in the burden or the energy that you gave this person one more time. So you're still holding on to their energy because you want them to truly show you if they really can prove something to you or not. And they're not going to do it. Okay? Be careful when it comes to it. All right. Let's move on. Who is this offer coming from that you need to reject? It doesn't have to come right now. Who is this offer coming from? All right, this could be this Capricorn for sure. Maybe even an Aquarius. Somebody's going to be very quick to communicate with you. They're going to want you to kind of follow in line to what their wishes are or what they want. They feel like, okay, well, I'll give you some type of focus, some type of control, and or I'll make you feel like there's some type of compassion to where your wish is being fulfilled. But then at some point in time, they're going to switch up when it comes to their emotions. They're going to start holding back, especially if this is a Capricorn, and or feel like, okay, well, I need to control the situation for my own stability or my own security, and this is going to bring some type of tension. There's going to be some type of arguments, or you're not going to like the way this person thinks and or moves. So go ahead and reject this offer when you know it's time. Who's plotting on you? All right, so there could be a Taurus or a Gemini, and they feel like, okay, well, I'm going to think clearly on how I can come towards you. They want to be seen as someone that has some type of solid structure or foundation, someone that's really good when it comes to work or being able to engage with you. They want you to see them as someone of quality. They want you to be their match. But there's also an issue when it comes to them releasing a situation, a person, and or having a new perspective. There is someone that's still around that they thought was their match. And this is the challenge that they're going to go through. Or that you would. Okay? So somebody definitely wants to date you. They're planning on coming towards you, but it's not them either. Okay? Alright. Let's see. What else? Who's coming at you for no reason? Alright, let's clean some of this up a little bit. Move this to the side. Alright, let's see. Who's coming at you for no reason? Let's get specific. Who's coming at you for no reason? This could be a Libra. Is this the same Libra feminine? Yes, it is. They're coming towards you because they felt there was a new relationship or something that was presented to them that would get their emotions very high. And now they feel like they have to walk away from it and they're disappointed. They felt like they were manipulated or they were just a choice and somebody was lying. So this is why they're coming towards you. They have some type of hidden agenda. They feel like you're practical and or down to earth. You have some type of security and or someone who's around you who's unrealistic. Seems to be having some type of financial setbacks, and they feel like, okay, well, there's some type of past resentment, so let me come and release it on you. They feel like this person is financially failing because of you somehow, some way, even though you couldn't control the situation or how somebody reacted to something. So then somebody's coming towards you to get some type of energy off of them, and they're trying to spread it onto you. The initial end could be important, or somebody like the directions. Maybe you need your GPS, or something about going north could be important. All right, there may be a situation that's awkward. What will you find awkward? All right, there's a masculine around that's abusive and or manipulative. They're trying to recover from a situation. This could be a Taurus, heavy on the Taurus, a Gemini, or an Aries. They feel like, okay, well, I got some type of power or authority to me, and I can make you feel small. I can make you feel some type of way. And now they want to recover because they feel like they had some type of rigid system that's not working. That they had something that was going for them, and now they feel misaligned or something that's throwing them off. And it may be awkward towards you because you didn't realize how bad something tormented this person. Even though they were being manipulative, you didn't see it. So you thought that somebody truly was just going through whatever, emotions or whatever they felt, and that they was going to try to get away with it. The whole time it delayed their long-term goals, and they feel like, okay, well, now let me see if I can fix this situation. And that may be awkward for you. If this is not directly involving you, this is an air sign and an air sign masculine and a fire sign masculine, and somehow you're watching this happen and something that's awkward. Okay, there's a water sign coming towards you. Let's see. Which water sign is this? All right, this could be after a Leo and Aquarius walk away, after you deal with some type of Virgo, someone with the initial C. This definitely could be a Pisces. All right, what does a Pisces want? This person wants to be manipulative. So they may come towards you like, okay, well, let's balance out something and be and it has type of integrity to us, right? So say somebody that you already came across for whatever reason, and now they want you to hear them out. They're still trying to get away with a situation. They feel thrown off. They feel like they're not in their own industry. So they may feel like they're not in their own environment or something that they prefer to do, and they're codependent right now. So somebody's going to come towards you because they feel like they have some type of creative block. How do you need to respond? You need to go ahead and plan for your future. Plan to recover and release some type of forgiveness or anything that somebody says that they're being moody by, and move on. They also could have manipulated somebody that they thought was their match into some type of decision, and that person discovered what they were doing, what kind of lies or how they had them confused, and how they're a manipulator. Somebody's going to be lonely. Bypass this Pisces for sure. All right, your next person will be someone of growth. Who is this? All right, so this could be someone who brings up some type of fear and or emotion when it comes to them. They help you calm some type of anxiety. They help you see different aspects of yourself and how you could be intuitive and or compassionate. So just know that even though you may not date this person long term, they are going to help you grow in different aspects of your life. Okay, be open to it. All right, somebody wants to put you in the middle of a situation. Who is this? All right, this could be this Aries that feels unstable. Or maybe this Aries is going to tell you like, okay, well, I was put in the middle of a situation. And now they feel like, okay, well, I don't really know what to do that's going to bring some type of success, any type of positivity to my lifestyle. They feel like something was just too corrupt or unbalanced. Something was unfair. And now they feel like they're getting brushed into this somehow, some way. And they want your forgiveness. Somebody also feels like there's a breakdown when it comes to their home, their marriage, and something that's just not being highlighted, or there's some type of secrecy. And somebody wants to say like this is all based off of you somehow, some way. Either they feel like this is based off of you or somebody that you were connected to. They're going to feel like, okay, well, the person that you were connected to, or this is you, was just moody and unrealistic. They didn't communicate the way that they're supposed to. So now they're going through some type of temporary depression and or lack of success. And they want you to organize and or come up with a different perspective, although that this was cause you to be unbalanced, or they're still not taking full accountability to help you balance. They still want you to be practical and down to earth. So somebody wants to put you in the middle of solving their issues for them or for someone that you know. And you could either know this Aries, this Libra, this Scorpio, this Capricorn, this Aquarius, this Libra. Okay? They want to put you in the middle of their own issues. All right, who's starving for your attention, but they're not acting like it? This could be this Pisces, somebody who's dissatisfied with their lifestyle. They could be overindulging it in their head. They feel like, okay, well, initially you seen me a certain type of way. I was doing too much, or I walked away, and now I feel isolated. They could be going through some type of torment because of some type of clarity and or because something is coming out about them, and they want to protect this, or they feel like whatever that they had, they're going to have to give it up based off of their hidden agenda. So somebody could be wanting your attention, but they also want you to overindulge with them, right? So it's like, my misery wants company. And I'm going to be in my head at the point that you are overly protective of guarding yourself, and the fact that you know that something is thrown off about the situation. Somebody knows that you're going to end up walking away, or that they're going to want to see if you know that they don't really have the same emotions or feelings for you. Absolutely. Okay, so somebody's starving for your attention, and they know that they don't even deserve it. Okay, something about your hometown could be important. Who's living off of you, or who wants to live off of you? All right, this could be this Aries again, Scorpio. So just be careful when it comes to this. Somebody is going to delay you long term, or right now it seems like they don't really have any type of foresight on how they're going to heal and or recover that's substantial. They thought that they were going to be able to get some type of recovery and do something for themselves by now, and they're not able to, so they're in their head, and they could be needing to live off of you. And somehow you feel like, okay, well, yes, we can have some type of strategy, or we can do something, but this is too strategic because you made the wrong decision, or you did the wrong thing. If they haven't made this wrong decision yet, they could be making this decision in Aquarius and Pisces season, and you'll see the effects of this in Leo season. So just be careful when it comes to this other person that's wanting to live off of you and or want you to solve their issues for them. All right, final confirmations for your reading. Let's get you some. You may have to repair something. It's like, okay, well, let me do something in the midst of it. It's like you have an appointment, or you have an apartment. Maybe you're getting an apartment. Maybe you're looking for a house or an apartment. But you could be like, let's say you're packing, or you're trying to do something for yourself for this new place or whatever. And it's like, okay, well, let me work and then pack while I'm on lunch, or let me clean up, or I have people coming over to take TVs off the wall, or there's some type of process and you're having to multitask or clean up in the middle of it. It's something that you're going to have to manage, like two things at one time. All right, so there could be an older man and or a younger woman that's around you. Or there's an older man that's dating a younger woman, and you're going to find out about this person. And maybe initially they were trying to successfully overcome this outcome and they couldn't. Someone is just not happy with the money or something that they've been given, and it's just like, okay, it's not working. There could be some type of changes that's coming into your life, and this could be regarding your finances that are coming towards you. especially if you feel like you're unhappy right now. There could be some type of success to an issue that you're able to overcome, or you find the bridge, you find the resource in that way that's able to connect you. There could be a masculine who either has dark hair, dark facial features, or they have a dark complexion that's around you as well. This person could be going through a birth. They can be having a baby, a new business, or maybe they even need a home. And they need you to connect them to some type of coins, or they need you to connect them to something so that way they can get something secretly, or they can do something underneath the terms or conditions or something like that. All right, and you may have the position of authority to do so, but you're trying to focus on your own happiness, your marriage, your success, and you may feel like, oh yeah, this is not going to lead me to some type of great fortune, and you may end the situation when it comes to them needing your help. Someone could be going out of your life, or there's an end of a situation. This doesn't have to mean that someone's passing. My condolences if. But we did talk about how there was a birth or a child or a baby or something that could end up passing. This could be related to a fire sign. So just FYI when it comes to that. Okay, it does not have to be your child at all. There could be some type of hidden secrets that could harm you. Who has the hidden secrets? This could be someone with the initial N, first, middle, or last, the initial W. There also could be somebody that you used to work with. There's also this Libra, okay? So just kind of be careful about how people, maybe even a Leo. There's somebody that's coming towards you, or people that's coming around you, and they have hidden agendas, okay? So just make sure how you end a situation or how you handle the situation is for your own betterment, because at the point that you end it and you don't follow their direction, you won't fall into this at all. The initial D could be important, first, middle, or last. So N, W, D, or a Libra. They have hidden secrets that could harm you, all right? Okay, so it seems like love will be important to you, or you will find in some type of love. Maybe you're going to actually fall in love with a flower, or maybe you're going to be changing your favorite flower. Maybe somebody's going to give you some type of flowers that feed into you, show you that you do have some type of success and or love, or this is what you're doing for someone. There's some type of hard work ahead, but you will be able to stabilize and or maintain. You could be taking a vacation and or moving. This could be physical vacation or a mental vacation, like a staycation kind of thing could be important. Maybe you're just going outside and you're spending more time outside once it warms up. But overall, it seems like in 2026 you do have some type of great and or good fortune, something that's coming for you for your best benefit for sure. You're going to be able to relax. Okay, there's a fire sign feminine around you. We definitely just said something about a fire sign Leo. Okay, somebody could be trying something for the last time, or you're going to give something one last try and realize that somebody fucked up again, and this may make you frustrated because of the situation. There could be a work or a company event that's coming up that you're going to go towards, or at this event you'll realize like, okay, great, I actually am independent and stable. There could be somebody else, a coworker, that's getting frustrated about a situation, and hopefully they're not drinking too much at this point in time. You could be thinking about somebody that you blocked, or after you block someone you will end up thinking about them and kind of figuring out if that was the right move. Somebody could definitely be lying on or about a pregnancy, whether this is the feminine or the masculine. Okay, so continue to be a sweetheart. There could be a child that feels like they were left stranded, or there could be a sibling or a family member that feels like they're the black sheep of the family, and maybe somehow they could be lying about this pregnancy or about a child. Okay, again, we have traveling soon out here, so you're definitely going to be able to do so. If this is not you, this is someone with the initial V, as in Victor, first, middle, or last, that's around you. Maybe somebody's going to invite you to travel with them, or they're going to want to come towards you. Say, okay, well, you know, I feel like you're left alone a lot, or you're not really around other people or family a lot, so let me see if I can come towards you and kind of embrace you. Somebody could have called you out in front of other people on purpose, but they're going to be caught red-handed. So don't even feed into this. The more that you do, the more it's just going to make you into a mental or emotional cycle that you don't need. And at the point that you remember why you left or why you started, you'll be able to get things completed, or it won't actually bother you as much as you think it will. Something's going to be happening behind the scenes, and you're going to be able to do things as you should. Okay, you may be getting a used car, buying a new car, or maybe there's a hand-me-down car. Something about a used car could be important. Maybe you're buying something new. Okay, it's like, okay, well, I'm going to trade in this used car. There's somebody around you that's giving you way too many lies. Who's the person that's around you that's lying? We're going to wrap this up. All right, this could be someone with the initial U, first, middle, or last, and or an Aquarius that you know is no good. Okay, maybe they need the used car, and he's like, you know what? I'm just gonna ignore this person as you should. And at the point that you do, you start to level the fuck up. Okay, start some type of business or do something for yourself and watch it grow organically. There could be a handicapped neighbor or coworker or somebody around you, and you are gonna leave a mark when it comes to them. But somehow either you are fed up or they're fed up. Somebody around you also is a hater because they feel like you're a sweetheart. They want you to slow down. This could be somebody that's either always around bugs, they're a bugaboo, or something about bugs could be important when it comes to them. You can need to drink some type of good wine or indulge in yourself. It seems like you'll realize that, okay, well, who are my friends or who can I meet to be my friends? There's somebody around you that you realize is not a true friend because they try to take your moment or they try to make you feel a certain type of way because they can't accept that something is over. Oh well.